StarSeries iLeague Season 4 Finals, where you come for the Counter-Strike but stay for the daily dose of dubstep. We're jumping into our third map. Let's find out what our analysts are thinking about this one. We do have Duncan Thorin Shields and Joona Natuleppinen. Look at us, we're so ready. Yeah, we've had all of the Transformer music, and now
Transformer step.
We're ready to jump into this one. I've actually completely forgotten what the third map was. Hey, Mirage?
I believe it's...
it is Mirage.
Yes, Mirage.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
Whew, got it in the end. So we're going into Mirage after what has been a slog of a second map. The first, you could blink and you miss it. And now we find ourselves on Mirage. Let's try and get this ship back on course. Looking at the head-to-heads, anything jumping off the screen for you, gentlemen? We can see some pretty
Problem
good
is, obviously,
results.
if you're thinking about Team Liquid and Mirage, you are immediately thinking about yesterday's semi-final where they opened up on Mirage. It's been a map that's been strong from the look. They even beat Mousesports earlier in the tournament on it, but they were humiliated. And that was a 16-7 where, for the majority of that game, they were the ones just getting utterly dominated, and they looked really, really poor.
Yeah, now they're going to be going ahead another monster on Mirage. And I think the bad sign for Liquid is the fact that Guardian did wake up on that Inferno game, being a pivotal part of FaZe's Mirage.
Yeah, for me, actually, I know, like, obviously, FaZe has been very amazing on Overpass. At times, they were gods on Inferno. I think right now, I actually think Mirage is their best team. I think this is their best map, rather. I think they are the best team on Mirage as well. Like, this is a map where CT side, almost all their players have a spot that they actually like. There's no one really playing a spot that's like, I just do that because this guy can't play it or to help someone out. They're all amazing at pretty much every CT spot. Then you go and look on the T side. This is almost perfect for that kind of like let the star players do what they want in mid-style that FaZe has pretty much pioneered with this superstar lineup. So I feel like they're always going to be comfortable on this. Team Liquid, it's usually not as bad as it was for that game against Mousesports. They're usually a pretty solid team on it. But I certainly favor FaZe on this one, even though admittedly from the last map, who knows what's going to happen.
Yeah, again, the coin toss begins again. Yeah, it was some kooky Counter-Strike for sure, but I do feel like I just have a feeling and a sense that this is good. Now we're into the third map. All teams know that the end's here. You've kind of come this far. You may as well give it your all. We're going to be seeing, I think, a bit more of the restraint, a bit more of the I'd say the classic style of Counter-Strike we know to expect from these teams.
Yeah, especially if FaZe do get to start CT side, and we saw them liberated on that second map as well. Relentlessly aggressive, and this map caters so well for that kind of style as well. And knowing how well they can make decisions in terms of when to push and when to do little cheeky plays here and there, I'm forecasting that can be a massive issue for Liquid. But at the same time, if they do manage to actually win those early fights, then you can easily see FaZe crumble. But the early signs are the FaZe, it is like they said there, the last map of the tournament for them. So may as well, come in with all guns blazing, and they should be looking good for this one.
Like, I think the worst part about this for Liquid is that game. I actually think if it had ended earlier, if they'd just lost in regulation, fair play, because I feel like this actually has woken FaZe up, and now they're going to come and give us a good game actually. Because the last thing you want either way is this third map to just be a one-sided affair. If you're the organizer, then you think, why did I do a third place match? Now I've given someone 15K, and now I'm losing money, At least that was some of my thinking, at least. I was reading a lot of great minds on Twitter.
Yeah, it's just going to be Natfly who manages to bring it home for Liquid. So they have the choice of side. They're going to be going ahead and trying to get that early advantage, of course, not forgetting that Liquid have, at this tournament, not had a great track record on Mirage. We saw not only the game versus Mousesports, but also SK managed to find, best them on this particular map. FaZe, on quite the contrary, have looked fantastic. I guess our analysts, you guys have made it clear, you're kind of giving FaZe the edge in this one after their spectacular comeback on map 2.
I won't say I believe in them or have trust in them, but yes, I think that FaZe should win this game.
They should win it. Okay.
Within regulation rounds.
Well, you never know. More OTs, perhaps. Let's have a quick look at the odds from our sponsor. It is going to be, they have changed dramatically. I think after Nuke, I'm pretty sure it was, no, at Nuke, I think it was like a 4-1. So we're going to be leveling things out for our third map. Anyway, it does sound like our casters are ready and to go jump once more into what could be another fantastically long game of Counter-Strike. Let's see how this one goes. Mirage with Anders and Moses.
Yeah, thank you so much, Alex. I'm feeling it. I think that was a bit of a crazy game. But now we've all been fired up. We're going to be on Mirage.
Yeah.
You feeling good, Moses?
I am feeling good. Had a coffee.
Yeah, just coffee?
Yeah, just coffee.
Right.
That was an incredible comeback from FaZe. I don't know if they can keep it up, though. And the funny thing is, they have early flights. So I think their entire strategy in this series is just they're going to have to stay up through the night. Their shuttles are like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
So it's just make this go as long as possible.
Yeah, just so they can pack
Go
their
straight
stuff.
to the airport.
Yeah, it's good idea. What a strange scenario. 4 overtimes. In case you aren't caught up, Nuke was super quick, really one-sided.
Was that 4?
It was 4 overtimes.
Okay.
Wasn't it? Was it 5?
You could be right.
I don't know. Like, I've always completely lost track of time. But regardless, Nuke was quick. Inferno was long. Now we're going to go on Mirage, which is, I don't know, a map both teams can play, and this could get...
Surely there's a middle ground somewhere.
Yeah?
Between short and long.
Good, like, 16-12 type thing, something like that.
Yeah.
We'll see.
What was the fairy tale Goldilocks? Like right in the middle? That's kind of the state of mind that we're in right now. Either way, Mirage starting up, and the winner of this map will get 3rd place here at StarSeries Season 4 playoffs. The loser gets 4th place, and I forget the prize pool difference, but there is a decent chunk of change riding on this 3rd place, and here it comes. True to form, aggression in towards Palace for Team Liquid. Nico, I don't know if he spotted out, but he's playing it very passively, waiting for it almost. Nitro, big opening duel, and there's the peak. Nico's caught out in the open, he gets 1. The rest of his team working their way through connector up towards the A bomb site.
Yeah, they're going to keep doing this. Twist will get 1 more headshot. There he is with a double, looking for the triple. He's such a good pistol player. And that's going to leave Guardian in the open, 1 versus 2. Twist will take him down with a quad kill. What a brilliant round from him again.
The magnificent Van Dalken delivers another time on the pistols, and usually, especially as that player, when Nitro's in Palace and you're alone at the ticket booth, you're kind of like falling back, right? You just want to control that. He goes aggressive. I think Elige was getting there at the right moment to kind of allow him to be that aggressive with some kind of a safety net there, but he didn't need the help. He didn't need the assistance. So 1-0. And it's a force buy up from FaZe. Deagle armor coming out. CZ on Olaf Meister. That's a nice nade under Rain. That's some great tapping with the Famas. So 2 of the Deagles taken down early, but Elige is going to fall to Nico. Or taken down low.
I'm pretty sure he was just unloading that SMG into his temple, and somehow Elige still died. That's weird. Very low on health is everybody, and Naf is outrunning with his own UMP. Naf obviously had an incredible game on Inferno, and so did Guardian. Although, if it keeps up, Guardian probably will be more impactful and more interesting on this map.
I mean, that's the interesting thing, is how are these players individually going to maintain their level across such a long series? Naf, not being too aggressive in window room. We do know he likes to peek. Steel's getting a lot of information, but the tough part is they now have nobody over at the B bomb site, and FaZe could actually get a plant out of this. It seems like it might just happen. Rain is being held back, but no one committing to fights, and they don't have the information. Naf is now going to rotate over towards Market, so he'll get there just in time. So good mobility across the map for Team Liquid, and they should be able to stop this. Low HP on everyone. Certainly not a high chance of FaZe winning. It's the bomb plant they're after at this point.
Yeah, I'm not even sure they're going to get that. I feel like they are going to get shut down pretty quickly. Carrigan trying to sneak around, but that is the end. Steel will get the last kill, Naf with a good triple, and Liquid will win the 2nd round. So, yeah, a good moment, good window there maybe where something could have worked out. Hard to know in your phase, really. I mean,
I think it's fun. There's an exchange going on. You mentioned that weird fight that Elige and Nico got into. They're both just kind of laughing about it. Elige asking Nico if his wrist is okay, because it was quite the spin around.
Yeah, it was a ridiculous flick. So, for the 3rd round here, we can't really expect too much. It is Glocks all around for the FaZe side. That grenade with no armor. Oh, they're going to run boosted into the middle. I do love seeing that. Elige will still chew them all up, but I like the effort. I like it.
I think Naf accidentally jumped onto Elige's head as well to get like a boost over and peer over that little wall.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Nice improvisation from Team Liquid. Here come the AKs, the AWP on Guardian as well as you suspected. He's got no nades. And Liquid, much like Inferno, going to take a small risk. I mean, Inferno, they had 5 SMGs going into that 4th round. This time, there's only 2. Nitro has his own AWP.
I'm fine with the 2 UMPs. That I can get on board with.
5 that you had an issue with?
Yeah. It's just too much, isn't it?
This play from Elige is going to get a lot of information for Liquid really quick. The question is, can they respond in time? It all depends on the pace that FaZe wants to come out with, and it seems like it's going to be fast. 3 players over at A at the moment, though, for Team Liquid. Not a lot of Molotovs to force these players out.
Turn the corner into connector. Liege needs to get back out of that underpass, otherwise his teammates are going to fall in this A-bomb site. They are in very dangerous positions. Molotov not going to help all that much. There's Nico opening up, taking down Twist and Steel. A lot of trouble. He's going to go down to Karrigan. You can see they just couldn't help each other out at all. Liege will be dropped next, and for Liquid, it's time to retreat. There's no reason they have to peek this. Just get the bomb down, and that's what's going to happen. So, great defense if it was a different kind of attack, but the fact that those two people come out of connector means almost every position on that bomb site is compromised.
That's the problem, is there was not a single eyeball on mid or connector, so they had no information that was coming, which is a huge, oversight in terms of how that defensive setup is supposed to work. With no one watching that position, it's just pretty much impossible to kind of hold the site because there's too many fronts and you're locked in behind the boxes.
You almost feel like they made the calculation based on Liege being an underpass that there probably wouldn't have been two people just sneaking into connector like that, which maybe is reasonable, but it just cost them a lot, the fact that they were wrong.
Yeah, and the op was taken away, but there's more aggression in towards Palace. Nico's going to have to deal with that frequently. It will be fun to watch him try and figure out how to be in that position safely. With him dropped now, Nitro going to rotate over towards the B bomb site where Steel is, and here's that split. Nafly with a great shot. Actually just spraying through the smoke even. So there goes Karrigan, and all of a sudden it's just this hit towards B Halls. Nitro in a great position, counter flash working well. The only real danger for Team Liquid is Guardian with that AWP. If Olaf can provide one entry, that would help out, but Guardian's going to start isolating the support that's come over from the other side of the map. Olaf has to win something, and he's not able to, and now the op is just trapped. Taking away guns is the only remaining option, and it's not even going to happen there.
That's actually a huge kill for Nafly from A to Catwalk.
Yeah. Because
otherwise, they got two people Catwalk, two people coming out of apartments, and if they win one of those fights early on, the B-bomb site's just gone immediately. So he just gets the kill, and everyone slows down. It's the slowdown effect from losing that one player that you can tell just... I think the next thing that happens is one of the FaZe players sort of crouched on Catwalk and he just gets shot.
Karrigan trying to hold the angle towards bench.
Yeah, exactly. Waiting for the people in apartments. I mean, it just all gets really weird. So, very excellent return for Liquid. Bringing it into the 6th round. We're Liege now, standing in sandwich. Or get right, as people sometimes call it.
People call it get right?
Yeah, you must have heard that.
No.
Where have you been, Moses?
I don't know. Not really a whole lot for FaZe to fight with. They are taking this round very slow, which is kind of weird considering they don't have any utility, but Deagle on Olaf, P250s as well on the T side. We'll have to hope for some kills coming out. Nitro is going to find Rain, but no reason to really commit to that battle. Don't overextend yourself. There's 4 players over at A. For Team Liquid, they've really stacked this bomb site pretty heavy early on in this match, in this map. Naf's going to overextend, and he's caught. Nice job from FaZe, and Nitro is kind of closing the gap, and there's Elish from Get Right with a kill. And able to double spray at the end.
Yeah, he's loving life. That's one of those positions that Elish was just occupying that you can do it as long as you can be reasonably sure they don't have Molotovs, but if they do, then you might not be the best position. At least puts a little bit of pressure on you. AWP back in the hands of Guardian. And still none on Liquid. We'll see how this plays out. He's not really spawned for anything. I do love it when people get the A spawn with the AWP and just run.
For that peak.
Yeah, even run all the way up on the ramp. Quite like that.
It's a risky play, but yeah. What is the boost up for Elish into Windroom Naf? Oh my god, Rain is so blind. That's a very critical trade for Karrigan. But Rain ate a flashbang so hard. Steel is alone. He's about to be under attack here at B, and no one from Liquid is really in position to help out Elish. That's a missed opportunity. Karrigan's going to come through. He's out of bullets, spraying away. They're both losing. Nobody won that fight, but Steel's winning everything over at the B bomb site. That portion of the attack is eliminated, essentially in a 1-on-3 for Steel. And thank God for that. Karrigan on Catwalk is the last remaining member.
Especially those of us watching, Moses. we especially lost.
Oh, that was brutal, wasn't it?
They climb up the ladder, though. It's pretty creative. Karrigan will take the kill on Steel. He did a great job holding. He's really had some critical rounds, Steel, in across these 3 maps. Nitro going to get shot in the face. Karrigan bringing it from a 1 versus 3 into a 1-on-1. He's got the quad kill, now looking for the ace to clutch it out of the round. He's got about 38 seconds, so plenty of time. And Twist is not sure where he's gone. Karrigan has a lot of advantages, including the health one in this fight. This is risky. Twist falling all the way back. Karrigan actually going to go and look for him, and Twist has now turned the corner down at the A-bomb site, so not going to be able to catch him just yet, and he just might do it. Oh no, he's going to hear him running. Twist turning around for it. Karrigan has no idea, and he's going to lose the 1 versus 1. I mean, what can you even say?
No, I mean, Karrigan obviously maybe out-mind gamed himself a little bit, but thinking with all the time it took to get into that B bomb set, that's surely, with the bomb down as well, that Twist would have rotated over towards B. So he's thinking he's flanking on Catwalk, he's thinking he's flanking in B halls. He just didn't have the HP, didn't feel like taking that fight, so kind of tries to trick Twist, but it doesn't work out. It backfires, in fact. Karrigan had a great round before that, outside of that one maybe fight with Elige, but he had 4 kills, so going for the ace there.
Man, I mean, that's one of those opportunities that could have brought FaZe right back in the game. Liquid are going to be, yeah, happy that they didn't give that one up. And a strong reminder, Liquid as well, not to underestimate FaZe, you know. 3 versus 1, you think you have it locked down.
Yeah, Karrigan almost punishes them for maybe a little overconfidence. There he is again, spammed through the bottom. Nice job from Twist. He knows Rain is there. There's one more in Palace. It's Nico. You don't want to give him the opportunity, and Elige almost does it. Presents himself, but thankfully Nico misses a shot or two. Tough shot to hit for the Deagle. Naf and Winderoom, so they know where the last 2 remaining players are. Rain is at a ramp to be taken out by Twist, and Naf does get that kill onto Guardian at top mid. Another really strong CT side. Liquid has had, I mean, you go from Nuke to Inferno to now Mirage, and they've done great on these CT sides.
Yeah, the first half for them is looking solid once again. Of course, we do have, at least we have some evidence that maybe FaZe could do the same once they get to the CT side.
Yes, that's a good point.
But we still don't, I mean, you still don't want to have to do this, right? It gets a little bit tiresome at the end. You obviously get fatigued, making ridiculous comebacks all the time. Not easy. Let's see what happens now. Nitro smoked off, holding a bit of a shallow angle just to make sure he can't easily get spammed through the smoke. It looks like he's going to fall back. 7-1, my god.
Yeah, FaZe hasn't been able to find too many openings. Guardian looking for one in mid right now. He's got teammates with him. Naf flies in the window room. Looks like they want to do some aggression, some mid-aggression. A delayed push does not yield results. Elige goes down to Rain, who's at 3 HP. Nitro falls to Guardian, who's waiting for the peek, and it's all down to Twist in this A-bomb site, and he's got so many choke points. He's trying to get to CT spawn to help protect himself so that he can just watch one. They've already shuffled over, and Guardian loves that peek.
This might be too much hindsight for your taste, Moses, but I feel like when Elige goes down like that, you can actually tell that FaZe are already looking for the next angles. Like, they know as soon as they kill the first guy that there's going to be someone on catwalk, and they're watching window, they're watching connected. Like, they expect the next couple of pushes. So it's almost like Liquid sacrifice one, and then sort of in order to make up for it, they just throw more people in there. But FaZe was so ready for it. So, like, at least if you want to go for that kind of 3-way attack in the middle, you should all go at the same time, right?
Yeah, I mean, you certainly could have, you know, hit the exit button, I guess, if you're Team Liquid on that kind of a mid-aggression once the first player goes down, because it did take a couple seconds for Nitro to peek towards Guardian, who obviously doesn't know, but Guardian had been looking for that exact peek for the majority of that round up to that point. But you like the attempt. You like to see them trying to be proactive on the map.
And now that that 1v1 round with Karrigan is going to come back to bite them a bit, they can still buy, but it will cut pretty deep into their economy, having to rebuy 3 of the rifles. Saving 2 of them, I guess, is good news.
Yeah, this is the last one they've got. Twist has to drop over an AWP, which really eats into the money that he had built up. So Steel's got 3,000 and Nitro with 1,400 behind it. But other than that, they got nothing. So FaZe haven't been able to build 2 rounds together quite yet. This is a chance for them to do just that and then maybe close the gap even further. This would be huge to make this half competitive. Flashbangs out. Naf's going to go for another one right off the wall. Peeks, and he wants to take that fight. He wins it again. Goes for another.
Just going to say don't.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Please stop. But he survives, so a good advantage given to Liquid by Naf.
Yeah, they're going to be very thankful for that one. Twist and Elige now in a good position. Elijah is playing that sandwich position again with the risk now of getting burned out. Nico has a Molotov. He can actually make this a 4v4 by throwing a single grenade, so we'll have to watch out for that. About a minute left on the clock as they are pretty much spread out across the map here. This is a bit interesting. Oh, and Nico, they're right on him. He's looking the wrong way. That's an unfortunate way to lose a fight. 3 versus 5. Not even a fight, was it?
Yeah, he's having a really tough start to this map. I think he's stuck on 3 kills or something. So here they are. Coming up catwalk, it's Guardian. I think that might catch off this M4, although Naf, an immediate dink, and the second bullet ends him. They know Olaf is in B tunnels. He's given up his position, but Rain is the real player wrapping around. There's the first kill. Steel's now so confused. He's got to get to some form of safety, and he does just that. Not able to win, but Nitro's here in time. The bomb is down. Olaf 10 HP in a 1 versus 3, and now he's going to start being surrounded.
10 health left. Bomb plant would be much needed at the moment, just for the bonus money. And ooh, is he going to be allowed? Yeah, he is. Liquid don't want to challenge him and end it in some sort of weird 1 versus 1. He is going to go down. So I suppose not the worst. That looked very intentional for Liquid, saying, yeah, let him get the bomb down. It's fine.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't want to lose weapons because it's not just about the win. It's about looking forward and realizing you don't have any money built up. So even 1 death in that scenario really hurts Team Liquid. So smart play from them. Just give it away. They have 1 more buy round because of that plan, especially. The extra $800 is going to help a lot. Kerrigan calls a timeout to talk things over. This is a pretty big round for FaZe in the grand scheme of their T side.
It's not just the fact that, I mean, this is sort of a painful throwback to Nuke, where they kept sort of losing, streaks of rounds, then they win 1 round, then they're back to losing again. Like, that's repeating itself now across Mirage. It does make it so much harder. Liquid keep having money, and they keep not having money.
I mean, you could also say it's a throwback to Inferno, where they had an atrocious T side.
Yeah. Not.
We all know how that one turned out.
Great, it did.
Yeah.
I loved it. That's the game plan again, isn't it? Get it in 4 overtimes, and
then we bust out the super secret strategy.
Yeah.
Well, no op on Guardian this time. It's 5 AKs. FaZe had a lot of success attacking Connector on this map, and they haven't really gone back to it, but they are going towards A. Kerrigan's going to be alone in mid. A nice nade. Elijah's pushing all the way up. Eats that flashbang, so gets no information. Twist is alone at A. And more importantly, he's out in the bomb site. He has nowhere to fall back to. Needs to win that fight, and he does. How do you follow up? Flashbang in the air. Teammates are starting to arrive and spray through the smoke, but Twist surely can't win anything else. Steal with a good trade, and Elige chiming in as well. Although now it's Guardian's turn. Naf going to push through the smoke, and Guardian somehow not able to get that kill. It's Kerrigan who completes it.
What's happening? Grenade does land right on Guardian. He actually underhand through that. That's such a good kill, but the Nitro stole, I think, right before. It would have been the kill with the grenade anyway, so now it's just Kerrigan 1 versus 2 on 12 health. I actually think Twist did a great job in that round. Like, getting the kill was obviously important, and he got caught off guard, I think. But then just throwing out flashbangs, buying time, and there's the kill for Nitro. Going to pick up the double in the end, a 9-2 scoreline. That was a crazy round.
Yeah, it's so tough. It's all you can do if you're Twist is really just like buy time. Because when you're in that position, you get that first kill. Especially if that first kill isn't clean, which it wasn't in any sense, there's nothing really to do. You're definitely going to die. It's just a matter of how long it's going to take.
Moses, if you could pick a new kind of toothpaste flavoring that wasn't like traditional, like not mint or anything, just what would it be?
Toothpaste flavoring.
Yeah.
It's a really good question. I think I would. I like cantaloupe.
All right.
Like melon flavored.
That seems like it could work.
Maybe like honeydew.
I was gonna go for something more adventurous, Just try and put it out there. Kebab flavored toothpaste. No one's ever done that.
That's the most disgusting thing I've ever heard in my life.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right. I'm sure.
It's like what, you just really love that taste of kebab after you've eaten it at 4 a.m.
It doesn't conflict with your kebab at 4 a.m. That's the whole point, right?
Okay, so when you're done with a kebab and you brush your teeth, you still have that kebab taste.
Yeah, it doesn't ruin the experience for you. Or the other way around.
There's some level of I think it's either genius or mental illness that's involved in that logic, but I won't fight it.
Hard to tell the difference sometimes.
It's a very thin line, isn't it?
Same is true with this game of Counter-Strike. Olafmeister's already gone down to that grenade from Nitro. And FaZe looking for more than 2 rounds here in the first half. That's a nice kill. That's a good follow-up. Nitro getting Rain, actually trying to make the jump on over close range. There's Nitro again with a double. Really making it work, and now Nico's the only one with any health to fight this. Kerrigan is so low. They do have the bomb, but Naf is already boxing them in, so this defense right now is rock solid for Liquid.
Nitro with some great kills there with EWP, 3 of them in total. And Team Liquid, Naf's flanking in, but if he falls here, that's an avenue back. And FaZe has the time to just hit the pause button. Kerrigan, though, certainly going to get caught off guard. That's the bomb as well. Nico's the only one left, and he hasn't been able to find a whole lot of success from this position, and Nitro's going to finish it. 4 kills for him. Big round with the AWP, and Team Liquid right back to their winning ways after struggling to close things out on Inferno. This is looking very, very good. And FaZe seems to feel like the weak point of this defense is that A bomb site. I think they really see the way Twist is playing it, you know, either passively or inside the bomb site. They think they can exploit it, and that time it's just some very nice kills from Nitro that saved the day.
Guardian, not sure what to make of the situation. Obviously not pleased, as they are down 11-2. Those 2 rounds not back-to-back, spread out across the first part of the first half, and they don't really have money to buy.
No.
This is an unmitigated disaster at this point in time.
It really is. There's only been 2 plants in this half as well for FaZe. They won one of those rounds, and the other one was the defuse that came out towards the B-bomb site. So not even really getting a whole lot of bonus money building up for him.
Yeah, we have a bit of a weird situation here for FaZe, I feel like. Just their T-sides aren't functioning on any level.
No, on none of the maps, which is kind of scary. Saving strats.
Yeah, for overtime. I like it. It's, I mean, I don't want to take anything away from Liquid, though. They've been looking really good on the CT side, so I feel like it's not just the one thing, but obviously it does come back to really bite them that they're not able to put some of these rounds together in a more reasonable way, which is not what we're used to seeing out of FaZe. It's not like this is a thing that sort of, you know, happens again and again. I just feel like it's been plaguing them in today's match. Guardian gets the bomb plant, but will go down the Twist for the triple, and nobody takes any damage on the Liquid side.
I think that's kind of the cool part of it, of these games for Team Liquid is, yeah, I mean, FaZe obviously and these T-sides have relied on a lot of individual skill to kind of carry them through, and it hasn't really panned out, but part of that is, I mean, you know, Duncan said on the Dust that this Team Liquid lineup has a lot of talent on it, and it's kind of really showing here that, you know, you put this team together in FaZe and you look at these names and their, you know, their ability to win tournaments and win maps, and Liquid is standing toe-to-toe with them on an individual level, which is really cool.
Yeah, we have a saying in Danish which roughly translates to something like, if you can't play the T, you might get the D, Moses. 15th round here, and Rain is going to get shut down immediately. The push to top mid gets exchanged. That's a nice flashbang. Could have maybe worked out. He actually does get Guardian, and then he goes down to the Molotov. So really aggressive. Might work out in favor of FaZe after all, especially with that kill on Twist.
There it is. Nico's waited all half. Olaf misses that shot. Nitro's now got the angle, and he's going to lose it anyway. Nico's waited all half, I was saying, to have impact, and he finds a way to do it. That's always a tough smoke to challenge from the CT side. Not always apparent where exactly a gap may be. Bomb's now gotten over towards A. Smoke is up as well, and Naf just lining up that box, and I think he's just off, or Kerrigan may have stopped short.
Yeah, it could have happened. Nico close. One single chance for Nafly to make it around this corner, and Nico's ready for it. Good recovery at the end. 12-3, and a strange situation overall. Obviously, FaZe not going to be satisfied in any way with that kind of performance in the first half. Once again, they are staring down the barrel of another really tough comeback.
Deja vu, I believe they call this.
Yeah, I mean, it might be even more difficult than it was on Inferno, I feel like.
Yeah.
Surely, Moses, Liquid can
Surely.
find 4 rounds. Said that last time, didn't we?
It's like Groundhog's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd certainly hope so after that. I mean, both of those halves, really, from on Inferno and Mirage, it was just like so dominant from Team Liquid, and then they just, you know, on Inferno they dropped off a cliff in terms of their ability to put rounds on the board. So hopefully Liquid is praying to the gods right now that that doesn't happen again. We'll see what they've gotten in store for us. We've seen 2 kind of pretty big losses on this map from Team Liquid. first to SK and then to Mousesports in the series that eliminated them. So it is cool seeing them have a really solid CT side, but it would be unfortunate to have 3 devastating losses on this map in this event.
Oh, look at this round. Some decoys raining in towards. Not sure that's going to make any difference, but hoping maybe to just get the hit on the middle here. They're waiting for a long time, so kind of interesting. They have more flashbangs that are now going to be throwing into the A-bomb site. And can they get this mid control? Finally, they make the entry up the A ramp, and that mid rush is now coming in towards Catwalk, where they're going to run into Olofmeister. This has to work, or the whole thing will have been for nothing. And now at the back of the bomb site, Carrigan waiting. They're getting really close with the Glocks. He can't get the shot, and Carrigan is going to go down. Still a 3-on-3, and that's a nice kill. Twist at it again, looking for another triple kill. He's so good in these pistol rounds. They finally take him down, but Nitro's going to pick it off where he left off. And now 1 versus 1. Rain versus Naf, and the jump is on in. He can just play it safe. Play around the bomb, Naf. What are you doing? Just hide and wait. And finally he gets that under control. Now Rain has to try and find him, and this is going to take just a little bit of time. And time Rain doesn't have. He needs to get this kill, and Naf will take him down. A disastrous loss here for FaZe. Losing the pistol on the second half. There's something wrong with Nafly in some of these. Like, they should get him checked out.
That's a really cool fake from Team Liquid. But yeah, Naf jumping back and forth. I mean, obviously the first time he does it, he's trying to get over towards Halls without Rain seeing him. And then I think he tried to sneak it back towards Van while Rain was coming around a pillar. Obviously doesn't work and is a huge risk. That might be the round. That might be the one that prevents this comeback from happening. We'll see. FaZe feels like they have to respond here if they want a chance. They have the Deagles, they have the CZs and the Scout. The buns, the onions.
The scoot. That's the Canadians. Sneeko going down right in the way, and Rain.
Oh god.
He's just given up on life. Said, I just can't do this. The grenade probably should have taken him down. They've lost all of in the meantime. I think he wanted to throw the smoke the first time, but something messed up. He scrolled a bit too far, and then.
Or just like didn't release. I don't know. I don't know what it could have been. Quick switch too fast. Either way, you saw maybe some of the frustration. Liquid that round, I remember last time when they played it against Mousesports, their anti-eco in the second round was just to essentially rush the B bomb site, and that didn't work out. Mousesports actually won that round with a cool stack. This time they just rush A, and nothing FaZe can do. Guardian going for some exit kills with the Scout, but 14-3 now, and the question becomes for FaZe, which you can't really fault them whichever way they go. Do you just continue to force buy until you win something or save for the 15th? And looks like the answer is force buy.
Yeah, gotta get it into that overtime, Moses. It's a little bit of a distance now, but I think they can manage it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you put the odds at now, Anders? Like
50%, I think.
50% still?
It worked out well on first map, or second map.
Did you say 50% on the second map?
Yeah. Maybe it was a nuke. I might
so
be lying.
It's your fault.
I might just have made that up.
Right,
It could be true.
It's still your fault.
Yeah, of course.
Smokes all across mid, and Guardian's landing some shots through the smoke. He's waiting for them to come out the other side. And while he's reloading, they make it happen. Olaf, this is dangerous. On the other side with the CZ, this could be so deadly, but Nitro actually just sprays right through the smoke. Kerrigan is forced away, and there goes Guardian. So some elements of danger.
It's very anticlimactic, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I was absolutely ready for it. Rain will get a kill, but while he's reloading that C-set 75, which does take about an hour to do, he just gets taken out. And now Nico hoping for a rifle that he can steal, anything to bring into round number 19, as Liquid are going to be on series point here, 15-3.
Incredible scenes here.
Just not the game that I was expecting in any way, shape, or form.
I mean, it's pretty consistent with the first 2 maps of the series. Nico would love to keep this AK-47. He's trying to get some of these headshots, trying to show off, but Naf's going to end it. And yeah, 15-3. Have to be 12 straight for FaZe, and they're going to start this 4th round out with essentially the same buy they've had 2 rounds previously. 2 scouts this time.
We're looking at a tournament where Liquid have taken down SK and FaZe both. Even if one of them is a third-decider match and people question that, I still feel like it's moving forward, they're going to be excited about that kind of scenario.
Yeah, no matter the circumstances, I think you're excited. It is worth mentioning as well, we're looking at a tournament where we've seen some critical flaws in both FaZe and SK.
Yeah,
very true indeed. Nitro going to take down Rain. There was a good headshot from Guardian right off the bat, so looks like they're going to make their stand at the end there. Soul of Meister taking down Elige, and it's the beginning, Moses.
Here it comes.
Yeah, I feel absolutely ready for this one. Nafly going to get the kill on Nico, and he is still on 29 health. Trying to see if he can say, oh my god, the fire. It burns.
It does burn. So does Naf. He's taken out plenty. And I mean, it seems like such a small thing, but like all these guns he takes away, any kind of rebuy forces in terms of armor, in terms of deagles, Kerrigan is going to end it just as he looks the other direction. Wonder if Liquid's going to keep up the pace here. They have so many rounds to play with. They're kind of right on the edge. Naf can drop an AK or an AWP, and they could go for the buy if they wanted to.
So I always like to say, Moses, when you just need one round out of the next 11, just try and force as much as you can to make sure all the rounds are half buys, and no, that's the best thing.
Oh, you've broken me. It looks like Team Liquid, they do kind of force up, obviously. 4 AKs and a MAC-10. That's on Nitro. And all 4 players going to head into the B halls. Naf going to go mid on his own. So much utility is there. And there's a flashbang. Kerrigan is so blind, and he's stuck. No, actually does navigate himself into the bomb site. That's from Catwalk. Olaf doing work. Damage and a kill, but Steel's able to shut down. The rest of the rotation is already here, though, so this is not that easy. They've got to know that Guardian's still in the site. Nitro blinded by his teammates, but the Molotov forces him out into the open. There's the kill. And Olaf still alive on Catwalk, has so much pressure. Meanwhile, all of his teammates are falling, but there's the turnaround.
This is such a strange round. Now it's Olaf in a 1 versus 2. He was having a fight with Naf in the back, and now one headshot. Elige will take him down, and it's 16-4 as Team Liquid managed to take down FaZe in 3 maps. Easy on Nuke.
4 maps.
Yeah, 4 maps, you're right.
Inferno counts as 2.
Yeah, it does at this point. Played Inferno twice. And then here on Mirage. Overall, a strange series. I don't know how FaZe are going to feel walking away from it. Liquid, obviously, just are still looking on the rise. I think this team is exciting. I think they're playing great Counter-Strike. I'm so excited about Naf playing as crazily as he is.
Yeah.
Like, I know we criticize it sometimes, but I don't want him to stop, you know. I just want to see it happen.
No, he does seem to have... We talked in one of their games about how you almost need to have like an insanity factor. Like someone needs to bring it to the table. And he does seem to have that kind of aspect, that playmaking style to him for this Liquid roster, which we've seen be very, very important for some of the success that they've had. So continuing to be positive for Team Liquid. And we'll see how they do next week in Poland. And same with FaZe.
Yeah.
I'm kind of struggling to come up with like any, if I want to take any conclusions away from this match. I think more than anything, it's just going to help with Team Liquid being able to say, we've beat them once, we can do it again. Because they've struggled to do that in the past.
That will be interesting and sort of a continuing story. Obviously, that was just the appetizer, guys. That was just a little warm-up game that we can get. Now we're going to go into the grand finals. Obviously, and it will be Mouse Sports and Na'Vi.
That was the bruschetta before the main course.
That's exactly right. I think it's going to be one hell of a game. So you really must stick around and watch it. I think it's going to be fantastic. Obviously, best of 3. Matt and Henry are going to take you through it. We'll go to the desk, have a little bit of a breakdown. I expect it will be a quick one.
Yep.
Want to get on with the grand finals. Stay with us, and we'll be right back.
Don't know how to build a team from scratch or find good teammates? DreamTeam.gg, the ultimate team building platform. Find and connect with new players, coaches and teams. Manage and monetize your team. Get on fast track to advance from novice to amateur and, if desired, to professional gamer. Join dreamteam.gg today.
It's the quick scope! This is unreal! Anything is possible! Anything is possible! Yuzillo is a monster, Tom!
That's definitely a mystery for all of us, I think. But you have to look at Team Liquid and say, well, they did turn up to this game. They started on CT on all 3 maps. All 3 maps, they got 12 rounds. All 3 maps, it was a team effort. Everywhere anyone went, there was good Team Liquid play. Wasn't ever one player pretty much carrying the game. Like, okay, NAF ended at the top of the scoreboard, as he often does, but absolutely really good team effort. So I don't know what you can say about the FaZe end of the equation, but I think for Team Liquid, they give a very good show for themselves.
Yeah, and this is going to be a positive thing all round for Team Liquid because we just cannot stop talking about the fact that they've got just added a new player, and now they've gone not only done it once, but they've done it twice in an offline environment straight after that pickup. And I'm just hearing out, we have an interview on stage, so why don't we go ahead and hear from them as we continue to break things down.
That is correct, Alex. I'm here with Wilton, the coach of Team Liquid, who have secured 3rd place. Does it feel good?
It does. That was an intense match and series, that Inferno match, 5 OTs. Jesus, but so worth it. Happy to come out with the 3rd place here.
Yeah, so tell me again now in retrospect about the veto process and securing Nuke and what was a very dominant victory on that first map.
I mean, they thought it was a gamble on our part. I think it was a gamble on their part. They're supposed to be more confident as the upper team, and they just got bodied on it. I don't think that's their true showing. Maybe they came a little weak to it, but we know how to play that map, and we just show that.
On the other hand, moving into Inferno, you guys, well, you had firstly a similar first half, well, exactly the same, 12-3 on the CT side, but then it just kind of crumbled, and we saw 5 overtimes. Wilton, explain what happened.
Yeah, we started off really strong, and it just started not feeling like a normal match. We got a little careless. Rain had an insane round, took a bit of our confidence away. Then they started using their utility very well. They started holding it for Lane and Banana very well. We should have contacted them, but we couldn't think of that on the fly. We tried some explodes, but little details were off, and you guys got all that intense series. I think it was one of the better ones this year so far. And moving after that, on Mirage, I think everyone was worn out, and whoever started on top just had more momentum as it was really tiring.
Duncan on the desk raised an interesting point and something that's often talked about with regards to 3rd place deciders, because no one's going into these not trying or trying to lose, but do you miss a slight competitive edge considering you're not playing for that 1st place spot?
I mean, yeah, sure. The competitiveness is there. We're all here to win. It's not the same as playing in the finals, and that gives us a bit more freedom to play with the map pools. But once you're inside the server, everyone tries to win, independent of what match it is, and it's always like that.
All right, and now let's cover, of course, one of the most salient points about your team currently, the addition of NAF. So far, you guys have had fantastic results with him, and that continues here. So just speak a bit on him and his addition to the team.
I mean, Nav, I think the stats prove it for himself. He's incorporated pretty well into our team. He was the little X element that we needed. He has some aggro plays. He has the confidence. He has those clutching abilities, as was seen the last pistol round. He's just been doing really well for us, and if this is the beginning, once we actually have the strats down and those little details in, we're going to be even scarier than we are right now.
No doubt. And moving onwards from here then, are you confident going into next week, your next tournaments, and just overall, how are things looking?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to be confident with the past results, but we're going to be realistic. We have a really hard group at Katowice. We're just going to try to get out of it again, and hopefully we can make it to a semifinals or finals again. We just got to play map by map.
All right, Wilton, any final words to our crowd who have been so patiently watching your game? It was intense, it was at times, explosive, and to anything you'd like to say to everyone at home as well?
I just want to thank everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed that match. It was fun as hell for you guys as it was for us. And come check us out as next tournament. See you guys.
There we go. Everybody, that was just the third place decider. Congratulations to Liquid. Commiserations to FaZe Clan. Up next, it's Na'Vi versus Mousesports.
Parler's not wrong, that grand final. The stage is now set. It's been warmed up. The seats have been warmed up after quite a slog of a best of 3 here for our third, fourth place decider. But Liquid do manage to go ahead and grab that for themselves. And the map's best players, the fact that we see the entirety of Liquid there is a statement now to these guys came in and they stabilized after, there was lots of questions as to whether or not they were going to be able to slow down FaZe Clan after the momentum they picked up on Inferno.
They wanted it more. I mean, obviously, you could see from the decision making on FaZe that Carrigan stated this before the game as well. They're going to be able to just do more on the fly, kind of free floaty kind of stuff. It's good in terms of getting a bit of experience on different style, different ways of calling and all that kind of stuff. But whether or not you'd be doing that kind of decision making in a different scenario, if it wasn't a third place match, you kind of doubt that, right? But obviously, nothing away from Liquid. They played a phenomenal game of Counter-Strike, and I just another testament that these guys are the real deal. They have the full package, so much firepower, and they're smart too. It's good to see the CT sides. They know when to push. They know when they have to actually give out the space to the T's. Let's say an A bomb side, they know when to. They actually have to go just behind the smokes and wait them out and have good measures for retakes and playing off each other. So they're definitely one to watch.
And a couple of years ago, we would always have the aim part of it. We never doubted, North America's got aimers, but there was always that caveat we'd say, well, they make poor decisions. It's not European brand of Counter-Strike, but they seem to have the package now, Duncan. We've got not only the North American aim, which their firepower is demonstrated by the stats, but they also seem to be well-rounded.
Well, especially because for me, they've had Zeus for quite a while now. It's going to be a year and a half or something. But he's been through different in-game leaders. He's had different players, obviously, in the team. We've had Pimp, we've had JDM, Stanislaw. All these players have come and gone. And now they've found a group of people where I think what's key for me is it's reminiscent a little bit of what FaZe has done, where they've got all the star names, but some of them don't play a star role. What they do is they play a very set, specialized role, but then because they're a star, doing that and having that skill power gives you this crazy versatility. So I think Team Liquid's gotten that now because you saw Nitro, some heroics from him on Inferno. He doesn't in any way have to be a star on this team, and he doesn't even set himself up in that way. You look at someone like Elige, he already had a very consistent skill set, so if you don't demand him to be the best player, now he's going to put you right over the top, and then Naf obviously has been kind of the star player, and I think the key for me is, normally when you make a roster move, I always have this rule, that until you've had 3 or 4 lands, you can't really know where someone's at. I think this is one of the rare examples where you can just skip that, because I counted it during the break, and they've actually played from Summit to here. Remember, best of 3 only tournaments. They've played 14 best of 3s on LAN with this lineup.
Bloody
so
hell.
normally that'd take 4 lands or something if you were going to the final pretty much to get that many best of 3s under your belt. So they've got a lot of experience now. They've played a lot of maps, a lot of different opponents as well, including some of the best in the world. I feel as though we can kind of get a sense for who Liquid are. They're probably not going to be number 1, but they already feel like they're in the category with that team they played yesterday, Mousesports to me. I think they're around that sort of a level where they can beat the best teams. Maybe they're not quite ready yet, but they're looking pretty solid top to bottom for me.
Yeah, they've kind of found their identity quite quickly, which is
it's very rare.
surprise.
It's very rare in Counter-Strike, I have to say. I think the only one that I can think of that has really been able to play to this level on a consistent basis is probably the current SK lineup, back in 2015 when they picked up. 2016 was it?
End of 2015 when they got
with Kaboom and
Taco,
FNX.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
That's what I meant. So, that was a team that obviously they won. I think that lineup started off by losing 16-0 in the first game and then eventually actually made it to the finals. And the rest is history, right? Yeah. So, it's not very common to see a team being that ready that soon.
Yeah, and I hope you guys are ready both here and in Kiev in the Cyber Arena, but also at home because our grand final is up next. We get to see Na'Vi on home soil live here from Kiev, and we're going to be seeing them battle versus none other than, who on earth is it? Na'Vi versus Mousesports. Anyway, let's check it in with the grand finals coming up after this.